Located on the banks of River Beas, 24 kilometers from Hamirpur in Himachal Pradesh, Sujanpur Tihra was once the capital of the Katoch dynasty and houses today quite a few remarkable historical sites. Its lanes, temples, forts and palaces echo with the stories of Maharaja Sansar Chand Katoch, the most remarkable of Katoch rulers, who had sought refuge here while fighting his adversaries. In the year 1758, overlooking the settlement of Sujanpur, Abhay Chand, another Katoch ruler, had built a fortified palace on the top of a hill, which then acquired the name Tihra. And with time, this town on the bank of River Beas began to be called Sujanpur Tihra. It was here that the Narbadeshwar temple was constructed in 1802 by Maharani Prasanni Devi, the wife of Sansar Chand. Dedicated to Shiva, this temple is considered to be the cradle of Kangra art and is one of the most visited places at Sujanpur. Its walls are ornamented with beautiful frescoes and exquisite mural work. Built in an open yard in the Panchyatna style, the temple is replete with exquisite frescoes on its walls, ceilings, and features scenes from the Mahabharata, the Ramayana, the miracle stories of the Sikh gurus, as well as local folklore of Raja Rasalu. However, the prominent depictions in the temple are that of the marriage of Shiva and Parvati, which adorn the Garbhagriha of the temple, and are in turn embellished with gold on the edges and the borders. Indeed, every square inch of the inner walls of the temple is an embodiment of splendid art and masterful use of color. The temple is situated on the left banks of Beas. On either side of the entrance gate of the temple are two stone idols of Mahavir and Bhairav. There are 4 small subsidiary shrines on each corner of the temple, most of which have lost their inherent frescoes. Consequently, idols of Sun, Ganpati, Durga, and Radha Krishna have been installed in these subsidiary shrines. The paintings in this temple represent the zenith of Kangra school of Pahari paintings. During the mid-18th century, a number of artist families trained in the late Mughal style apparently fled Delhi for the hills in search of new patrons and more settled living conditions, which is why the influence of late Mughal art is evident in the Kangra style. Colors are less intense. The treatment of landscape and perspective is generally more naturalistic, and lines are more refined and delicate. The drawing and the brushwork of these paintings also tend to be on the Mughal principle of decorative isolation. The school of painting blossomed under the patronage of Raja Sansar Chand. As a matter of fact, Tihra Sujanpur emerged as one of the most prolific centers of painting under his patronage. Sansar Chand's son Aniruddha Chand too was a generous patron and is often seen depicted in many paintings with his courtiers. The Kangra style is by far the most poetic and lyrical of Indian styles of painting, marked with serene beauty and delicacy of execution. Characteristic features of the style are the delicacy of the line, the brilliance of color, and the minuteness of decorative details. Distinctive is the delineation of the female face, with straight noses in line with the forehead, which came in vogue around the 1790s. Most popular themes that were painted within the Kangra school of art were the Bhagavad Puran, the Geet Govind, the Nal Damayanti episode of Mahabharata, the Bihari Satsai, the Ragamala, and the Barahamasa. Many other paintings comprise a pictorial record of Sansar Chand and his court. He is often shown listening to music, watching dances, praying, presiding over festivals, or smoking a hookah. The walls of the Narbadeshwar temple are galvanized by forms which show original creative impulse of the artists, working on the old themes in bold curved lines and deeply felt brush strokes. The techniques of wall paintings also seem to have been inherited by the craftsmen father to son. Scholars believe that these paintings were mainly enlarged miniatures derived from the Mughal central court. Others hold that though the base of these wall paintings was mainly folk tradition, the sophisticated Mughal court did influence the paintings in diversified colors and intricate composition of miniatures. The Narbadeshwar temple and its frescoes are an important window into the socio-cultural mores of the medieval period in Kangra, offering insights wherever textual sources are scarce and found wanting. These paintings are useful not just to understand religion, but also dress culture, architecture, and jewelry of the region, traces of which can still be found in abandoned old townhouses or trunks of the older generation. However, at present, these paintings are in desperate want of conservation and care. There are signs of active vandalism on several panels, and faces have been scratched off with the edges of keys to inscribe names. Also, at places the color has rubbed off and the plaster has delaminated. Additionally, there are several panels that have visibly been restored with watercolor, which has only eaten away into the existing organic paints and made the panels more vulnerable. The site is currently under the protection of the Archaeological Survey of India.